My name is Sanaya Trejo, and this is going to be my speech over the federal government and its separation of powers for my oral communications class for Dr. Sunny Davis. After the Articles of Confederation failed to produce a strong federal government, the young United States needed to turn to a new one. So it proposed a new constitution that involved the separation of powers within the federal government in all of its three branches: the judicial branch, the legislative branch, and the executive branch. All of these branches control different aspects of powers in the federal government. The legislative branch consists of the Congress, which is divided into the House of Representatives and the Senate. The executive branch consists of the President and his cabinet, and the judicial branch consists of the Supreme Court and its lower courts. The United States government originally used the Articles of Confederation, which created a weak central government with strong states. Some examples of this included the states had the power to raise a militia, which was not a standing army, but was still people that were armed in case war came out. They had the power to issue money, which included their own currency, which led to some disputes between the states. And when the states had disputes, the federal government was the one that handled the disputes, but it did not have a national court system. It was just the states controlling their lower courts. The central government's powers included the ability to declare war. They maintained foreign relations, which included setting treaties, and they were the court for state disputes. Because of all these things, it caused the federal government to be weak. They did not have the power to raise taxes, and they could not enforce their laws because they did not have a standing military or police system. So this led to a constitutional convention in Philadelphia in 1979, and all the delegates came, and they proposed a new constitution that was ratified in 1789. This constitution led to the creation of a strong federal government that could carry out its duties without imposing the rights of the states or the citizens. Three branches were made, which included the legislative, the judicial, and the executive. The legislative branch has a 2/3 majority overrule. When the president vetoes something, or when they're trying to pass a law, they can do it with the 2/3 vote. The judicial branch has the power to declare any law or bill unconstitutional. And the executive branch, which is the president, has the power to veto anything that they deem bad. To summarize, the executive branch makes the laws, sets a budget, and declares war. The president appoints judges, grants pardons, and is commander-in-chief of the army. The Supreme Court interprets the laws and declares a law unconstitutional or not. They all have powers that check the other branches of government in place so that they do not become too powerful, and this does include vetoes and impeachments for the president. Unlike its failed predecessor, the United States Constitution has been in place and has been the law of the land since it was ratified by the United States in 1789 by the 11 states. It states the duties and separation of powers for the branches of the federal government. The system of checks and balances has been in place for 2 centuries and has helped the United States run smoothly throughout all this time. Thank you.